Good morning, students. So today we are doing the textbook exercise questions of chapter 10, that is cell cycle and cell division. So students, see the first question. Question number 1. What is the average cell cycle span for a mammalian cell? As you know very well, humans, they also come under mammals. So the average lifespan for a mammalian cell is approximately 24 hours. But you know very well, out of these 24 hours, the cell spent 23 hours for the interphase stage. That is, the cell is doing necessary preparations for the upcoming cell division, and only 1 hour is consumed by the cell for doing the cell division, which is actually the M phase or the mitosis phase. So during the interphase stage, cell doubles its cytoplasm, make duplicates of its cell organelles, and also do the replication of the DNA. So the time duration for cell division is only of 1 hour. So total average lifespan is 24 hours. Okay, students, see the second question. Distinguish between cytokinesis and karyokinesis. So you know very well, cytokinesis is the division of the cytoplasm. Not only the division of cytoplasm, but it is the division of the cytoplasm along with the cell organelles also. That means so many cell organelles, they are formed in the cell along with the cytoplasm, and they are later distributed to the daughter cell. So it is known as cytokinesis. And before cytokinesis, karyokinesis takes place. And this karyokinesis is actually the division of the nucleus. So the nuclear material which is present inside the nucleus, it is distributed to the daughter cells. So here I have written the segregation of the duplicated chromosomes into daughter nuclei, it is known as karyokinesis. Okay, student, question number 3, describe the event that takes place during interphase. So you know very well, interphase is the phase which involve a series of changes in which the cell prepare itself for the cell division. So it is the period during which the cell undergoes growth as well as DNA replication, but in an orderly manner. So this phase is divided into 3 further substages. These are the G1 phase. So during the G1 phase, the cell grows and prepare itself for the upcoming cell division, and it also prepare itself for DNA replication. Though DNA replication is not starting here, it starts in the S phase. So here the cell is metabolically active. And S phase, as the name itself indicates, it is the DNA synthesis phase. So the amount of the DNA, it becomes double in the parent cell because that DNA is later distributed among the daughter cell. And third one is G2 phase. G2 phase is growth period 2. So in this phase, here, very special type of events takes place. Though the growth of the cell, it continues, but DNA replication has already finished in S phase. So here the protein synthesis and RNA synthesis takes place. That means it is concerned with the process of, you can say, a transcription. And one thing I want to tell you about the S phase. In S phase, the synthesis of the DNA is there, but along with that, the duplication of centroid is also there. So that is present in the S phase. What is the main thing is that is the duplication of the DNA and the duplication of the centroid is another very important thing. So here the centroid duplication is required because later it has to form what? It has to form spindle apparatus, and on which the chromosome they have to attach themselves. So I want to tell you that duplication of the centroid is also the another important event, and that duplication of centroid, it also takes place here in the S phase. Okay, student. Now question number 4, what is G01 fusion phase of a cell? So it is the stage where some cells are present in reserve. Though these cells, they have not lost their metabolic activities. They are the metabolically active cell, but they do not proliferate unless they are called to do so. So such a cell only proliferate when there is a demand for their proliferation in the body, or when some born-out cells have to be replaced, or some injured cell, they have to be repaired. Question number 5, what is mitosis and why it is known as equational division? So this mitosis is known as equational division because you know that in this process of mitosis, the number of chromosome which is present in the daughter cell, it remains same as the number of chromosome present in the parent cell. So here I have written it is an equational division because in this process the chromosome replicate and get equally distributed between the daughter cell, and the chromosome number in each daughter cell is equal to that present in the parent cell that is diploid. Hence it is known as equational division. Okay, student, question number 6 is name the stage of cell cycle at which one of the following events occur. So you have to tell the name of the stage. A part is chromosomes are moved to the spindle equator. So you know very well it is the metaphase stage. In all metaphase stages, whether it is of mitosis, meiosis, always chromosome move towards the spindle equator. Centromere split and chromatid separate because here I am talking about chromatid. So it is the anaphase stage of mitosis. Pairing between homologous chromosome. So it is the zygotine substage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. Because here the pairing of the homologous chromosome takes place and bivalents are formed. Crossing over between homologous chromosome takes place. So that is the Pachytene stage. Because crossing over is concerned with Pachytene substage, which is the third substage of the prophase. One, here the chromosome, they exchange their genetic segments, and later the genes, they also get passed from one chromosome to another. In this way, variations are introduced. Okay, student, question number 7, describe the following. Number 1 is synapsis. So what is synapsis? It is the process of pairing of homologous chromosomes, which are similar in their all dimensions. So this occurs during the second substage of the prophase 1, that is the zygotine stage. Okay, student, next is bivalent. So it is a pair of snaps to homologous chromosomes. So they are formed during the zygotine stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. And third one is chiasmatous. What are chiasmatous? So it is the site where two sister chromatids have crossed over, and it appears as axe-shaped structure. So it is found in the diplotin stage of the prophase 1. Okay, student, next question is how does cytokinesis in plant cell differ from cytokinesis in animal cell? So here I have written in animal cell, it is achieved by the formation of a furrow that takes place in the plasma membrane. So this furrow, it gradually deepens from both sides of the plasma membrane towards the center. It gets deepens and ultimately joined in the center and dividing the cell cytoplasm into two. So in this way, two daughter cells with their own cytoplasm and nucleus are formed. Whereas in case of plant cell, you know, wall formation starts in the center of the cell. So here the growth is centrifugal type of growth. And these special type of structures, which are simple precursors, they are known as the cell plates. And these cell plates, they grow outwards towards the existing lateral walls. So formation of this new cell wall begins with the formation of simple precursors called the cell plate, and that represent the middle lamella between the walls of the two adjacent daughter cells. Okay, student, question number 9 is find example where the 4 daughter cells from meiosis are equal in size and where they are found in unequal in size. So you must remember, first, that is where meiosis takes place and 4 daughter cells, they are equal in size. So here the example is spermatogenesis, or the formation of sperms in human beings. It occurs by the process of meiosis and it results in the formation of 4 equal sized daughter cells. Whereas the answer of the second part, that is meiosis takes place but daughter cells, they are unequal size. And here the answer is oogenesis, or the formation of the ova in humans. It occurs by the process of meiosis and it results in formation of 4 unequal sized daughter cells. Okay, student, question number 10 is distinguish between anaphase of mitosis and anaphase 1 of meiosis 1. Okay, student, you know very well, anaphase is the stage during which centromere split, and these splitted centromere, they carry one sister chromatid towards the opposite pole. That means the centromere, they split and form two centromeres and one centromere. It carry one sister chromatid towards their respective poles, and these chromosomes, they are genetically identical. So here in anaphase 1 of meiosis, during anaphase 1, the homologous chromosome separate, not the chromatid. The chromatid remain attached with each other because the splitting of the centromere is not there. So hence in anaphase 1 stage, the chromosome of each bivalent, they are separate, but not the chromatid. Sister chromatids, they remain together. Okay, student, question number 10, list the main differences between mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis takes place in somatic cell and meiosis takes place in gametic cell or germ cells. Mitosis, 2 daughter cells are formed in the end. Here in meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed in the end. Here in mitosis, the number of chromosomes remain the same in the daughter cell as compared to those in the parent cell. And here in meiosis, the number of chromosomes is half the daughter cells as compared to those in the parent cell. And fourth is, chromosome replicate before each mitotic division in mitosis. And in meiosis, chromosome do not replicate before the second meiotic division because there is a stage present known as interkinesis. So here DNA duplication takes place only once and not in this interkinesis stage. Okay, question number 12, student, what is the significance of meiosis? So you know that meiosis is the process by which conservation of the specific chromosome number is maintained in the species generation after generation in sexually reproducing organisms. So even though the process results in reduction of chromosome number by half, then it also increases genetic variability in population of organisms from one generation to next generation. So you know that variations are very important for the process of evolution. Okay, student, question number 13A part. Haploid insects and lower plants where cell division occur. We have to discuss about it. So you must remember in some insects and in lower plants. Fertilization, it immediately followed by formation of zygote. Because you know that these insects and plants are haploid in nature. So when they reaches their zygotic stage, then they become zygote is always diploid. So here what happened, meiosis takes place in zygote, and as a result the chromosome number, it remains the half. So it later leads to the production of haploid organisms. And this type of cycle is known as haplontic life cycle. So it is found in case of algae. Then some haploid cells in higher plants where cell division does not occur. So here you can give the example of polyploidy. So this polyploidy is observed in some higher plants, in some haploid cells of these plants, in which cell division does not occur at all. So what is polyploidy? This polyploidy is a state in which cells, they contain multiple pair of chromosomes than the basic set. So polyploidy, it is artificially induced in plants by using a dye named colchicine to the cell culture. Okay, student, question number 14 is, can there be mitosis without DNA replication in S phase? So I have written the answer. Mitotic cell division cannot take place without DNA replication in S phase. So two important events takes place during S phase. One is the synthesis or the duplication of the DNA, and other is the duplication of the centroid. DNA duplication is important as it maintains the chromosome number in the daughter cell as it is to the parent cell. Thus, mitosis is an equational division. Therefore, duplication of DNA is an important step. So, mitosis cannot take place without DNA replication. Yes, student, next question number 15 is, can there be DNA replication without cell division? So, there can be DNA replication without cell division, student. So, during cell division, what happened? The parent cell gets divided into two daughter cells. However, if there is a repeated replication of DNA without any cell division, then this DNA will keep accumulating inside the cell. And this would increase the volume of the cell nucleus and thus causes cell to expand. And that can be considered as a critical situation. So example of DNA duplication without cell division is commonly observed in the salivary glands of the Drosophila, which is commonly known as fruit fly. So here the chromosome number undergoing repeated DNA duplication The chromosome, they do repeated DNA duplication, and such type of chromosomes are known as the polytene chromosomes. It is found in salivary glands of Drosophila fruit fly. Okay, student, we come on the last question. And last question, analyze the events during every stage of cell cycle and notice how the following two parameters change. Number one, number of chromosomes haploid per cell. So you know very well, during meiosis, the number of chromosome and the amount of the DNA in a cell change. Okay, students. So here, number of chromosome per cell during anaphase, one of the meiotic cell division. The homologous chromosome, they separate and start moving towards their respective poles. And as a result, the bivalents, they get divided into two sister chromatids and receive half the chromosome present in the parent cell. Therefore, the number of chromosome reduces in anaphase one stage. Okay, student, question number 16b part. Amount of DNA content per cell. So, amount of DNA content per cell during anaphase 2 of the meiotic cell division. The chromatid, they separate. And as a result, the splitting of the centromere is there. So, it is the centromere that hold together the sister chromatids of each chromosome. So, as a result, the chromatid, they move toward their respective poles. And therefore, at each pole, a haploid number of chromosomes and a haploid amount of DNA are present. So during mitosis, the number of chromosomes, they remains the same. And the DNA duplication in the S phase, it gets separated in two daughter cells during anaphase. As a result, the DNA content of the two newly formed daughter cells, they remains the same. So that's all in chapter number 10. Okay, students, we have done the test book questions also. Now, all of you know very well the answers. Now, do it in your fair copy. So, that's all in today's lecture, students. Tomorrow, we will start with the new chapter. And our new chapter is biomolecules. Means those molecules which form the infrastructure of the body of the living organisms. That's all in today's lecture, student. Have a nice day.